Turnitin allows students and teachers to check how much of a submission's content is original. This is an educational and awareness tool which enables students to check whether they're referencing correctly. It can only be used in relation to a Moodle online submission. Please see our video Adding an Assignment for Online Submission in Moodle for more details. Please note that Turnitin will generate reports for only the following file types: Microsoft Word, PowerPoint, WordPerfect, PostScript, PDF, HTML, OpenOffice ODT files, Hangul HWP, RTF, and plain text files. You can configure Turnitin for your assignment during the creation process. If you've already created the assignment and need to set up Turnitin or edit its settings, first turn editing on and locate the assignment in its relevant section in your Moodle course. Click Edit, select Edit Settings, and scroll down to the Turnitin Plagiarism plugin settings. Enable the use of Turnitin for the assignment by selecting Yes. Display originality reports to students will allow students to see the originality reports within their assignment once it has been submitted and processed by Turnitin. Please note that this process can take up to 24 hours. When should the file be submitted to Turnitin is locked by default, and this is not editable. For Store Student Papers, there are two options. The default setting is No Repository. The submitted document will only be checked against online resources, and submissions will not be added to the database for future comparisons. Submissions will not be checked against each other on the due date. If Standard Paper Repository is chosen, student submissions are stored as part of Turnitin's database of student work and can be checked against other works in the repository, in addition to online resources. They become part of the resource against which new submitted works will be checked. Additionally, if you choose to store papers in the repository, this will result in student submissions being compared with each other within the same class on the due date, which may result in changes to the originality report score originally given. Course teachers can select the available sources against which to compare submissions. This allows a teacher to disregard a source type if the comparisons against this type of source are not needed. Currently available search targets are Store Student Papers, work previously submitted to Turnitin. Check against Internet. The submission will be checked against archived and live public web pages and resources. Check against journals, periodicals and publications. The comparison will include an extensive list of major professional journals, periodicals and business publications. Report generation speed sets the speed of reporting and also controls whether students can submit multiple versions of their work. There are three settings available. Generate reports immediately. Students can resubmit until due date. This is the default setting, which we suggest is left unchanged. Originality reports for each student's assignment will be generated immediately. Students may resubmit as often as they wish until the assignment due date, but after 3 resubmissions, subsequent reports will generate only after 24 hours. After the first resubmission, the student will see a message to remind them that after 3 resubmissions they will need to wait 24 hours for the Turnitin report. Generate reports immediately. Students cannot resubmit. Originality reports for all submissions will be generated immediately. Students cannot resubmit the assignment. Only the first submission will be accepted. Generate reports on due date. Students can resubmit until due date. Originality reports will not be generated for any submission until the due date of the assignment, but the students can resubmit their work as many times as they wish until that specific date without receiving reports. Please note that for this option, reports will only be visible to tutors. Students will not be able to access them, even after the due date. Exclude bibliography controls whether bibliographic material and references are automatically excluded from originality reports. The default is no, so bibliographies will be included in the report. Bibliographic materials can also be included and excluded when viewing the originality report. This setting cannot be modified after the first paper has been submitted. Exclude quoted material similarly sets whether quoted material will automatically be excluded from originality reports. The default again is no. Quoted materials also can be included or excluded when viewing the originality report. This setting cannot be modified after the first paper has been submitted. Exclude small matches will automatically exclude small matches from all originality reports generated within this assignment. To exclude small matches, click word or percentage to define what is considered a small match. Any matches with word count or percentage below this threshold will be excluded. You can adjust the Exclude Small Matches assignment setting at any time by clicking on the Edit icon to the right of the assignment name. Furthermore, this feature can be adjusted within each individual originality report, giving teachers greater control on sifting out smaller matches, allowing them to focus on larger, more problematic and suspect matches. If you've created a Turnitin rubric, you can select and add it with the Attach a Rubric to this assignment option. To create a new Turnitin rubric for the assignment, click the Launch Rubric Manager button. See our video Creating or Importing a Rubric into Turnitin Feedback Studio for detailed instructions in creating rubrics.